fly like I'm styles with Jada. Do me a favor, don't do me no favors. We just so loud to be waking the neighbors. You see the pack, I be smoking on flavors. I be dumb smacked up.
What's good, y'all? Welcome to an episode of the GinTV podcast. As always, your boy EAZY.
It's your boy Manu.
And A1DasauceGod.
And today we have a very special guest in the building. We got the boy Seina, to think of kicks in the building. How you doing, bro?
What's good?
What's good?
What's going on, brother?
Yo, this is our first episode of 2022.
Yeah.
So thank you for being here.
Great introduction to the new year.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is a good start to our podcasting year. Podcasts have been having a bad reputation lately, so let's make sure we do a good one.
No, we gonna be up.
All right, so this is definitely gonna be an episode focused on sneakers. But before we start that shit, I gotta go over something that I saw today that I just thought was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just read this shit to y'all, and I want y'all let's just get into it real quick. So basically, this Instagram model is trying to sue Drake. Did y'all hear about this shit?
Yeah.
I did see that.
So for y'all that don't know, right? Allegedly Drake and IG model met up on Instagram. The two decided to link up a few weeks ago. The model and Drake, had a romantic encounter, and what happened next was crazy. After the party, they went back to his hotel. They smoked weed for a bit, and he asked if she wanted to have sex. Smart thing to do, right? In today's world, you got to make sure it's consensual, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you're famous, right? They started, with a little bit of foreplay. He rubbed and sucked their titties for a bit. Okay.
Great introduction.
That's how I start my shit, right?
Casual start.
Test drive.
He then went to the bathroom and came out with a condom on. Okay, I usually put my condom on next to her, but you gotta walk out.
All right.
You gotta prepare himself. You can't see her.
All right.
Can't let him
she
see
said
her
he's about 7 inches thick and cut. Okay.
It's a little too much information, but all right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. They fucked for about 20 minutes. Okay. All right. These celebrity niggas be fucking like us. Like it ain't no 3-hour shit. You feel me? Like he mostly hit her from the back and eventually came inside the condom. Okay. Immediately after, he went back into the bathroom to dispose of it. So basically, after he got rid of the condom, she went inside the bathroom, fished it out, and put it in her pussy and just started screaming. Yeah.
What?
So Drake came in the room because obviously he saw her fucking screaming. He's like, yo, what's going on? She's like, yo, I tried to put the cum from the condom in my pussy. He's like, yo, I put hot sauce in the condom.
Smart man.
My nigga Drake.
Yeah. My boy Drake.
The GOAT.
You don't miss.
Bro.
Oh, shit.
And now she's trying to sue him, though. Like,
She said, I'm going to get a
crazy.
couple one way or
That's
another.
bro, that's one thing about women, bro. They never lack audacity. Like, yo, how are you trying to trap Drake and then you're going to sue him?
I think it's a smart man, bro. I think too often niggas just go in there raw dogging and end up splashing it. Probably how he learned his lesson from his first kid, fucking a stripper, and then decided to.
Yep.
Bro, this guy
he
took
ain't gonna
off
get caught again.
He took off the condom, put hot sauce in there because he fucking knew there was a possibility of her going back there and trying to get pregnant. That's
You know what's wild to me though?
That's
Hot
crazy.
sauce is red. And you tell him you don't examine the condom before like you look at it and like
Yo,
insert it inside
nah,
it?
Drake is too smart for that.
desperate.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yo, she thought like, yo, rich niggas had different type of like sperm.
Maybe she thought she was on her period. Like,
Yo, maybe like rich sperm's different. You know what I'm saying? Like
The
once you
only
hit
thing-
like a certain mil, your shit come out different.
Nah, she was like, yo, there's blood in his sperm. Fuck it.
the only thing I thought of like maybe she was like close to her period and she was just like fuck it, like I'm trying to get this nigga one way or another.
I thought the weirdest part to me is like that Drake casually just keeps hot sauce on him at all times.
I see that now.
Like, yo, what kind of hot sauce do you think he used? I feel like he's a Tabasco
Reds?
kind of
I think
man.
it's a
Tabasco.
I think it's a Reds.
Reds?
Yeah.
Reds.
You think Reds? You know what? His dad is from fucking Texas. I bet he keeps Texas Pete.
What are you like a hot sauce? Like
You just named all the fucking hot sauces out there, man.
I fuck with hot sauce heavy, bro. I put hot sauce on everything I eat.
Ditto.
And I'm about to start putting fucking hot sauce on condoms.
that's always been like a fear for me though. Whenever I fucked a girl, like I always thought that she would just like stick the shit inside of her. So I would tie it in a knot, like as tight as I can, and throw it away.
You thought women were trying to trap you.
Yeah, bro.
Like you.
I'm that nigga, bro.
Like, I want you to put this in perspective, right?
Bro, there's no perspective. I'm that nigga, and they want my kids.
That's the. But you in your head, you truly believe that women are trying to trap you.
1,000%, bro.
What do you got to offer?
A lot.
Debt?
A lot. A lot.
Yes.
That's a confident man right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Get one of my kids, man.
I mean,
Y'all wanna
I
come?
know-
Y'all want some tall kids? Fuck with this guy right here.
I know
Tall,
for
dark, and
sure
handsome,
you
you
got
know?
some shoes to offer, so I'll give him that. So let's just jump into it, bro. So you're the owner of Think of Kicks, right?
Yes.
So what is Think of Kicks for the people that don't know?
It's a resale company. So we resell sneakers,
So you're part of
clothing,
the problem.
hats. You can say that.
Can you explain the concept of a for us that don't understand that? Like, what's your business concept?
Reselling is buying sneakers at retail price inside a Foot Locker, Finish Line, and just second, like a bigger market. You know, we're reselling it for a higher price. It could be from $30 to $50 to $100, all depending on how limited the shoe is.
Okay. Yo, when did you first start?
2012.
What was your first shoe that you you did a resale on, or that you sold?
The first shoes was a pair of foam posits, Nike foam posits.
Oh, you know what, yo.
And those people used to go crazy.
What
for 'em.
color?
The Galaxy?
It was the red ones had dropped.
Oh, I know.
The metallic, red and metallic.
Yo, foam posits had the
Right,
shoe
yeah.
game on a chokehold for like 2 years. They were like, they're not really like even relevant anymore. I feel like, or like
Nah,
they don't
not
even
at
drop
all.
anymore,
Yeah.
right? But yo, I remember when foams was dropping, bro. That was like a fucking like Beyonce album release. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like
Right.
you
Of
had to
course.
get. Yo, I remember speaking of the Galaxies. You remember like this? There was this one dude that was like offering up his car like on Craigslist for a fucking pair of foam posits. Like
Really?
the
Because
Galaxies.
they were that hard to get.
Yeah. So that was like the first shoe. How much did you sell? Them for?
Sold it for $350. And
How much you
paid-
buy it for?
The
It
200,
was
right?
like
220?
one something.
I thought they came.
I
out
was
with-
actually I got it with discount.
Okay.
So
Okay.
at the time, you know, I used to work for Finish Line Foot Locker, so
Oh,
I was able to get a discount
So-
on it and then sell it at a higher
Wow.
price.
Was that the reason that caused you to get into the shoe game? Was the fact that you sold that shoe? Like, did you go into it intentionally?
No, when I really got into it is I started working at a reseller store, and then I really start seeing the money you can actually make from reselling shoes.
what was the store?
Hat City Boutique.
Okay,
It was out of Danbury Fair Mall.
and is that still active?
No, they closed, I think, 5 years after.
What?
It was just a couple partners that didn't see eye to eye.
Oh, but like the money was still like being
The money was good, yeah.
still being made.
It's actually bigger now. So they say that the market is about 6.5 billion resale
In
market.
resale,
Yeah,
6.5
billion.
not million,
Billion.
Billion.
not thousand, but billion.
Yes.
So there's that much money in reselling shoes.
Yes.
Damn.
Do you ever feel like you're just
let
like?
me host something real quick. Partner.
Do you ever feel like you're getting people though? Like, because he said like you think he's part of the problem, right? I mean, I think you're just an entrepreneur and you're just like you found an opportunity, but like you're just you're capitalism, but you're like you're making like 100% return on your investments in some cases.
Not everything.
I mean, your first investment you made 100%,
Yeah.
so
And some.
that's what got you hooked right there.
No, what really got me hooked is just seeing, and then like I always loved sneakers.
Okay.
So to me, it wasn't work. I was actually doing something I enjoy. So like dealing with sneakers all the time, dealing with hats, it was like, to me, it was just a regular
Yo,
day.
dealing with swag, yo.
Yeah,
Like
it was dope.
I remember my first pair of Jordans I bought was like in 2004. I remember that shit, right? Bro, that feeling like when I first it was I think the fucking like 10s. It's like these army green 10s. Like they were white and green. I was like, bro, when I went to school that day, I'm like, yo, I'm about to get some hoes. Like like I should be getting pussy thrown at me. So it's like but I remember, yo, back then, like the way people used to get shoes is they used to camp out.
Yeah.
Like you know, people would like go like the night before.
The
some
longest I ever camped out was
shit. You camped out
about,
before?
I think, 26 hours.
20. You stayed up 26 hours. For a pair of
26
shoes?
hours.
What was the shoes?
For this, it's a Nike Dunk SB Staples.
Oh,
So that
the
was-
one with the pigeon on it.
Yeah, so I got the black version,
Okay.
but the gray one was like everybody called the most iconic. What started reselling,
Okay.
what made it really big because people were getting killed over there, people were getting shot, and they only had about, I think, 50,000 at the store. So it's crazy.
What store did you buy that?
They have Reed Space. He's the actual owner of. He's Jeff Staple. He owns Reed Space and his Brain Staple brand.
Okay.
So when he dropped it, he does his store exclusive only.
That's in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I used to buy a lot of the staple clothes off fucking Carmel Loop.
Yeah, Karma Loop was a dope clothing.
Yeah, they had like that. Those kind of like
They still dope. It
But
just
they-
is not as big.
I feel like they were big, but they were kind of like low key big. You feel me? I feel like you kind of had to be like in the like the scene to kind of
People wasn't shopping like that online.
Yeah, true.
Not like now. E-coms is everything.
Yeah. It's something to say that pretty much making a brick and mortar is like makes no sense at this point.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
mean, yo,
extra expense.
Your store is mostly online, right? Like, do you have
No,
a physical,
mostly local. No physical store yet.
no physical store yet? Do you plan on it?
Yes.
What we just said. It's a problem.
Probably I would say this year. It was supposed to be last year, but things got pushed back with COVID and going back and forth.
What's
So,
gonna push you to get the physical store though? When like it's just an extra expense. Like, do you think
to
need
me, there's a lot of people like myself. I'd rather go into a store physically and touch the shoe when I purchase
Yeah.
it, or get to try it on, because everything is made different factories, and then shoes look different in person sometimes than when you see it on a phone or computer.
And they might just not yo. I've seen a lot of shoes that I thought were fly as fuck, yo, but they just weren't for me.
you're
Yo, nah, yo, you
Yeah.
ever put
Nah,
you ever
all
seen
the
like
time.
a dope ass shoe and you put it on you? It's like, all right, this thing, like
This
this
ain't
thing,
no-
this
Now
is fly on
close.
that dude, but it ain't fly on me.
Crazy thing is, I usually like thug through it. Like, if I don't like the shoe and like on my foot, like there's a couple sneakers that I bought and I'm just like, it doesn't really fit for me. Especially like I'm a size 13, so when I look at people's sneakers, like they're wearing like a size 9, like a smaller shoe. But then when they stretch out the shoe, it's like, I don't really like that. But fuck it, I already paid for it, so I'm just rock the shit.
Nah, not me. We'll just return the shit.
Yeah, you could return it. Just keep the
I'll
receipt.
I just keep it, bro. Like, I don't know. I'm used to it. Like, I just feel like, the ideal shoe is like a smaller size, but then when you stretch that shit out, it starts to look weird after a while.
No, that makes sense.
I
Oh.
mean,
Go ahead.
so back to his question of saying like you're the problem, like, cause
No, I think he's the solution.
Oh.
When it comes, when it comes to capitalism, I'm fall for it, bro. Like, if I could take shit and sell it to somebody, or if I could fart in a bag and sell it, like that girl that was recently
Yeah,
doing
I
that
seen
shit.
that
You
too.
seen that shit? I would do it. So I'm all for
you bought
capitalism.
a bag.
Nah, hell no. But I fucks with her for thinking about that shit. Like, she found a market, but I don't have a problem with like what you're doing, but I could see some people having a problem with it. And I think that's what you were alluding to, right? That,
Yo, honestly, like, it's just, to me, it's like, damn, I used to be able to just go to the mall. I used to just go online, right, and buy whatever shoe I fucking wanted. No issues, you feel me? And then all of a sudden, it just became like a competition, bro. And it's just like, yo, I love sneakers because I just like, sneakers to me are like fucking Pokemon, bro. Like, they're like real life Pokemon. Like, you're just you're really collecting them all. You feel me? Like, I got love for it. I feel like there's like this change in the sneaker game that happened where like fucking what they call them, like hype beasts, right? Where like dudes that don't even like the shoe are just buying it because they know it's gonna fucking sell, or they know people are gonna like it. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
that's for
But
me.
the problem was StockX.
Okay.
StockX, what a lot of people don't know, is actually the dude that owns the Cleveland Cavaliers. He owns StockX.
Bro?
Yeah.
Was
The
it
Cavs owner?
which one came
The
first?
Cavs. So no, he owns Cavaliers.
The
He owns.
Cavs came first.
Okay.
Yeah. So then
I mean, obviously the Cavs came first.
he had a young kid who brought it up to him,
Okay.
and he just partnered up and backed everything.
Okay.
And StockX makes it easy for anybody to sell sneakers. You literally could just go up there and hit sell it now. They send you a shipping label and you ship it out, and you'll make money right away.
Do you think that was a turning point for this?
That was a
game?
turning point because then you had people who they just could make another passive income
Yeah.
just by buying shoes or winning a sneaker on a sneaker app or something. So-
But I realized, like, I feel like it was before that though, because I remember, like, in high school, like trying to order sneakers on eBay and or a little bit after high school, maybe trying to purchase sneakers on eBay. Like, people were.
I mean,
No.
the hype was there, but now, like he was saying,
It definitely
it's
shifted.
crazy. Now you have people who don't even have no love for sneakers. To them, it's just a product,
You're right.
an item. They treat it like if it's like an Amazon or something.
it's like a business venture.
Yeah, you buying and just selling, and then you're dealing with people who has $1 million that they
Right.
could put in.
Mhm.
So to them, it's like it's not a problem. Where us, smaller people, like we really have to go out there and build connections and get shoes, camp out.
Yeah. I mean, yo, how do you get your shoes? Like, what's your secret?
For me, just over time building connections.
Okay, like, so it's like just networking for you, right?
Networking, and then I go to sneaker shows about twice a month.
Where the sneaker shows at?
Sneaker shows be all over. It's all over.
Like the country?
Yeah,
Like
everywhere in the world.
flying to places?
Yeah, I fly places. I was just in Massachusetts last Sunday
Okay.
at Springfield at the Hall of Fame. They had a show over there. You get a bunch of kids like me who will buy tables and then sell their sneaker there. So you can sell it at like a little bit cheaper, or sometimes people pay higher because the shoe's already sold. So they already know what profit margin they can make.
So, like, yo, is this a full-time job for you?
Yes.
So you don't do nothing else?
This is all I do.
So you quit your job to do this.
Yeah.
This is
I
it.
live and breathe and sleep this.
Bro, that was a lot of commitment. Like, what made you make that jump?
To me is I'd rather do something I love than work a 9 to 5.
Amen.
And then I was able to learn over time and teach myself. Like, I always look at it like this. Me working a 9 to 5, I'm making an average $10, $15 an hour. But but to me, if I, put in the time and the effort in those same hours, I can make the same amount, if not more, but doing something I love. So I'm actually doing better because I'm enjoying it.
I mean, bro, I like me personally. I mean, you know me since high school. Like,
Yeah.
I've always liked sneakers. I've always liked dressing up. You feel me? Like,
Didn't you get best dressed in high school?
I mean, if we want to talk about it.
Yo, he's humble, yo. He's being humble right now.
We could. That's another day. That's another conversation. But
Right.
keep bringing it up. But nah, I've always loved it. You feel me? I feel like to me, it's like wearable art. Like, yo, you ever like see like a piece of art or some shit that you really think like, damn, this is fucking beautiful, right? Like, you look at a car. Yo, everybody's got something that they think is like their shit, right? Might be electronics. You might look at like a fucking iPad. Like, yo, damn, that's like the way they constructed that shit. I look at clothes like that. You feel me? So when I put like a fucking fit on, where I'm like, damn, like this is art. Like I'm rocking art right now. That's like, so I've always had love for it. So to me, that's when like I understand like, the capitalist entrepreneur side of it. It's like, yo, you got to make your money. You feel me? And if there's an opportunity to make it, you got to do it. But I feel like you pointed out a good point. It's like, yo, there's like people like the Cavs owner, right? Like the dude starts StockX, probably fucking wears like Crocs every day or some shit, right? Like, but yo, does like wears no sneakers, right? But he pretty much like runs the biggest sneaker company in the world, but doesn't really know. Like, it's just like a fucking business to him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, a lot of people don't know is like GOAT is another
Yeah,
platform.
I know about GOAT.
But GOAT was purchased by Foot Locker.
Really?
So Foot Locker
Oh, that's
actually
kind of like
owns
some inside
Champs.
They're
trading.
double dipping.
Yeah, it's like some
So
inside
Foot Locker
trading.
owns Champs, Foot Action. They own all these companies. So when
Foot Locker?
they buy into a resale store, they're kind of controlling the market on both sides.
Yeah, that seems like some shady shit they're doing right now.
But
'Cause
a lot-
they could-
I didn't know
they
Foot
could-
Locker own all. So they own all that.
yeah.
Yo, so when you like go into the mall, you're pretty much only
Doing
shopping
stuff
at Foot Locker.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yo, you know what's funny? Like, speaking of controlling the market, I mean, so obviously you know about like the sneakers app, right? And what happened last year?
Oh, of course.
What
happened last year, exactly.
So for the people that don't know, right? So there was this kid called West Coast Joe.
Yep.
You know about this shit, right? So West Coast Joe's was this kid on Instagram like killing it in a sneaker game. The resale, like, bro, he was getting like fucking like 30 pairs of shoes. Weren't like even the best resellers only get like one pair, right? And it's like, yo, people are like, yo, how the fuck is he doing it, bro? You know, like the Marty McFlys from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like the shoes,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
those are like some of the rare shoes like fucking known to Earth, right? Like I think a
Yeah,
pair
what are
of them
they,
is
Air
like
Max
20,
or something?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Air Max.
they're like $20,000, right? Bro he said he had like 6 pairs or something like that, right? Said he found them in a fucking warehouse, right?
Okay.
So yo, obviously, you know what I'm saying? When he
Found
started he started making a lot of money, started getting a lot of fucking clout, right? So he got interviewed by like this newspaper company, some shit called like the Bloomberg Terminal, right? Yo, and you start getting that big, you start getting a little bit too much swag in your surf, right? You start
Yep.
leaving loose ends. Yo, so when they did an interview with him, right? They found out who the fuck his mom was.
The
Yes.
owner of Nike. Oh, that's that story.
Yeah,
Okay,
She was the
okay.
CEO.
fucking
Yeah.
a
The
CEO of like the North American
Yeah.
chapter of fucking Nike, bro.
Okay.
So it's like, what a coincidence, right? Yo, and he used his mom's company credit card to buy like.
Well, a lot of people don't know this is when you work for the company,
Yeah.
you get 30% off every shoe at cost.
30%?
So if you work for Nike,
At cost?
so you get no undercut, like, so retail would be like 200, they get 30% off that.
Okay.
Okay.
But they could go on Nike and purchase stuff for under, because you have your own account. So they give you like, if you ever go on Nike and you scroll down, they say it asks you if you're a Nike member, but through their account. So you actually like a part of the Nike, family.
Yeah.
And then you get stuff on discount. It's crazy. So think about what he was actually paying for every shoe.
That's
Nothing.
a good point. Yo, so like dudes like that, or like that's what to me is like he fucked the sneaker game up for a lot of people, right? Yo, because you might be like, because like the sneakers app usually just drops like 10 a.m., right? Is it
10 a.m. always.
right? So you might be there like 9:58, 9:59, click on it, sold out. Like how?
Plenty of times, bro.
Like how exactly? But it's like dudes like that, like again, like inside trading, right? What she ended up like his mom had to fucking like leave Nike because of this shit.
Yeah. Well, a lot of Nike work. I have friends who work at Nike.
Oh, for real?
So like they get access to shoes before they even drop.
That's what's gonna be. My
That
next
helps
question.
them promote the
Yeah.
shoes a lot.
Yeah.
So especially if they think it's not going to be a big shoe, they'll give it out to more like other workers. You don't have to be high up in the branch.
Because I was gonna ask, like, he's using his mom's credit card, but how is he actually getting the shoe? Because I mean, his mom's credit card is obviously paying for it, but like, if the app is selling out, like, how is it?
So a lot of shoes. So the app is separate. So what he was doing, he was getting access to exclusive stuff. When you're higher up in Nike or Foot Locker, you get access to, I'm talking about the most limited shoes, especially if you ask for it.
Yeah.
You get, and then they have people who's like DJ Khaled and stuff, who's actually like sponsored by Jordan. They're part of the Jordan team. So they get sent stuff for free. So everything you see DJ Khaled post is all gifted to him.
Yeah, because they're advertising.
Yeah, they're promoting
like,
it.
for Jordan or
For them.
Nike. I mean, I guess like, there's probably like some backdoor account, like you're saying, like that.
Oh,
like,
of
that,
course.
like we can't access it. Like,
Yeah.
like I'm a member at Nike, but I'm not fucking like the West Coast. I don't have the West Coast Joe fucking entrance. You know what I mean? Like I gotta get, bro. I average a L on the sneakers app weekly. Yo, at this point, I bid on shoes that I don't even fucking want.
Just
like, I
to see
just
if
want to
you
see
get
if I could win one. Yo, nothing, man. No.
I know the feeling though.
You,
I lose a lot.
bro,
Yeah.
on the sneakers app?
The sneaker app goes off just random. And then you got
You
kids.
really think it's random, yo? I feel like
Because you got
yo,
kids
some
who
people
bots.
win.
Kids who bots, they computerize it. So they can. So what you would enter one for, they'll enter 1,000 different accounts.
You ever use
But
a bot?
I never. It's too much. It's too difficult for me. And it's a lot of, you got to pay like for IP address. You got to pay for different type of URLs because they ban it quick. They have bot protection as well.
Oh, they do.
So it's like,
so these apps are on it. Like they're not like
yeah. So these
bots.
kids like really know how to get around to get the shoes. And then, like I said, they
they're
have
like hackers. Like
yeah,
like real
they're
hackers.
basically hacking.
I mean, but it's paying off though. Like if they're getting,
That's what I was about to
you're
say.
getting 1,000.
Yeah.
You're one person. So
Yeah.
no matter how many connections you get, like they could probably hit for 5 in the time that it takes you to hit for like maybe 1.
Sometimes you got to get a little bit of the edge.
That's why I always go for a size like usually 9 through like 11 because those are where most of the sizes are. They have like, for instance, they just dropped a shoe. I think it was yesterday. 9 through 11, they all had like 5,000, 6,000 pairs. Size 13 and stuff only had 15 pairs. So your chances hitting that is super low.
Yeah, but that's also the most common shoe size.
Yeah, that's why
It's
they
9
make
through-
more of it.
Yeah, they make more of it, but then that means more people are going after that shoe size. So that could go just as fast as the number 13.
So
Right?
I mean, that's why I say I take my chances. I
True.
lose a lot. I mean, imagine me. I'm going for 2 or 3 shoes a day.
Yeah, but you on the sneakers app or just
Yeah, sneakers app because
yo,
they
but
have
you
a lot
gotta-
of restocks.
Yeah, but you gotta like use a different account then, right? Because you can only bid one time, right?
Yeah, no, I use one account. I might have like my wife or something
Okay.
join accounts.
Okay.
Try to go for something. But other than that, I lose a lot. A lot of my stuff that I would win is like in stores, which is kind of dope because Finish Line just changed their program where to get the shoes you got to spend points, and to get points you got to spend money.
Oh,
So the more money you spend, the more points you get. So they're actually like trying to cater to their customers who spends money with them.
So it's kind of going back to kind of like a more traditional way in
Yeah.
person. Yo, because it's funny because I remember I feel like there was a point where like the sneaker game kind of almost died down. It's like I want to say like there was a Foamposite frenzy. You feel me?
Mhm.
That was like in like 2008 to like 2012 or some shit, right? And then I feel like from like a couple years, yo, I feel like you could really almost get any sneaker you want. Like it wasn't like it was still competitive, but I feel like it just like the hype died down. Like I think like I feel like Jordans weren't really selling like that. I feel like a lot of the fucking like the old basketball Nikes was coming back, like the Pimpins.
So to see that with those is the Pippins, and you had Penny Hardaway 2s and stuff
the
coming out.
Hardaways had a good run.
So when you had stuff like that coming out, it was smaller margin, but you were still able to make money. Then you had stuff that would come out, like certain Foamposites, Galaxy or All-Star Kobe's.
Yeah.
And you had higher margin because it was more limited. So you could charge $800 for a shoe if you get lucky and win it for $200.
But I feel like it was like there was a point like in a sneaker game where like it was reasonable and fair. You know what I mean? And then I feel like what really changed it up, because I remember I used to be on the sneakers app, bro. I used to hit like every sneaker I really wanted on the sneakers app. Like yo, because I remember when Vapor Maxes, like probably like five years ago, Vapor Maxes like was fucking killing it, right? Like all they were like every fucking color was like fire.
One of the most comfortable shoes they ever made.
Yo, I got like literally 8 pairs of like of Vapor Maxes, right? Yo, and I was like, life was good. Feel me? I was eating, Nike was eating, like we was all good, bro. And then what I think the turning point for me was when fucking Kanye joined Adidas, yo. I feel like when he dropped the Yeezys, like I feel like there was a big shift in the sneaker game. I think that's when a lot of that resale shit happened. I feel like that's when things became very exclusive.
Well, it definitely boosted up because then everybody wanted it. And it wasn't, they made it a limited, especially the first couple colorways.
Yeah.
You could only go to certain stores. My first Yeezys I purchased, I actually went to camp out at Barney's, New York.
Okay.
So I went out there, didn't think I was going to hit. I was like third in line out there for
Third in line, you think it was going to hit?
Well, because nobody knew. Sometimes they would do raffles the night before. So nobody really told anybody, you know. When I got there, I was third in line. I'm like, this is crazy. But that Barney's, that was their first time dropping a Yeezy. I didn't know that. So when I got there, I was third in line, and I was able to get a pair for retail. And I sold it for like $600.
Damn, you even keep them?
Nah.
Yeah, he's in the business. Yeah, man. You can't get attached.
It was the gray one, the moon.
Can't get higher on your own supply.
Yo, but I feel like, because, Kanye was with Nike for a little while, and then he went to Adidas, and I feel like then Kanye, I mean, as crazy as Kanye is, bro, he does make a lot of smart, like business moves. I feel like when he started, limiting his supply of shoes, yo, I feel like the fucking shoe game followed.
You know what's crazy is not even him. He never controlled none of that market.
Seriously?
Kanye wants everybody wearing Yeezys. He wants to put it out there like it was Air Force Ones.
You
it's
really
Adidas.
Believe it?
Yeah, because it's Adidas creative, because they got to protect their brand.
Okay.
And what they build it behind, Kanye West. So to them, they still got to make it limited, make people want to come back for different colorways. He's the type of person, he wants to create and just see everybody wearing it.
But you really buy that about him?
I mean, yeah, I follow him. He's one of my favorite artists.
Okay.
All around, from music to art. He said everything he was gonna do.
I've listened to a couple interviews where I've heard him say that, right? But it's like,
So
I don't know, man. Sometimes I just like it's easy to just like say something, right? But it's like, because I feel like he has a lot of influence. Yo, he brought like, and this might be bullshit because he said it, but he said he brought like the Adidas stock like up like 20 billion, like up to 20 or some shit like that, right?
Lying. Gap, he broke Gap's. Gap is a big brand. Everybody knows their commercial brand.
It was a fucking dying brand.
They never broke a record how he did dropping his first jacket. The most ugliest jacket to me.
It's a basic hoodie. It's a basic hoodie.
It broke records. It shut the whole Gap down.
Kanye's got the Midas touch when it comes to fashion.
Oh yeah.
Like anything he touches, any company he works with, it's selling out.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know is from the Kanye, his first season. Yeah. So he drops clothes with his shoes and all of that. All these big brands that you think of, Balenciaga, they all worked under him. They were all under him as creative people. So you had Virgil, who was Louis Vuitton, rest in peace to him. And then you had Just Don, who's his friend from Chicago as well. Balenciaga, the owner, was one of his creative. The head dude of Adidas now, who runs the whole director stuff, was under him. So it was like, it's crazy the people who he had in one roof working for him, and now look what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I just was watching something about Virgil and how I didn't even know how like closely Virgil and Kanye was like.
Yeah,
like,
growing up, they were good friends.
I'm just saying, but even like in the fashion industry, like how much of an impact they had each other, because like Virgil really changed like
Oh yeah,
that's another thing that like I think shifted the shoe game was like when Nike started doing like the fucking the restocks with the Off-White.
Well, Off-White was crazy when he came out. He did stuff that people didn't expect. I mean, he was turning Jordan 1s and just adding a little touch to it.
Yo,
and
but
it was crazy.
Yo, sometimes I look at this like, yo, do you think it really made a difference, like in how the shoe looked? Like, did it really make it that much better, or is it just because? Here's what I wonder, right? Are people buying these shoes, right? Like I said, like, is it kind of a hype beast kind of thing? Are they buying these shoes because they really fuck with it, or is it just like, yo, I already know, like, oh, Virgil did this shit. Like, I already know it's like it's supposed to be fly.
Nah, to me is I can't say all his shit is hot.
You're right.
Yeah, right,
Some of his shit look crazy.
Yeah,
right.
But at the same time, it's like when you wear it on your feet, it's a statement.
Yeah.
You see somebody with some Off-Whites, you can't just go get no Off-White shoes nowhere.
Like, yo, like bro, what I really wanted was the fucking Off-White Vapor Maxes he did.
Yeah, those are crazy.
Joints.
But I guess my thing is like I feel like, you know, it's a statement, but you have to know what it is, you know, like
yeah, but even the person that doesn't know like what it is, they're gonna be like, oh, that's like that shoe is different. Like that's because, like I said, it's art.
Okay.
You know, he's taking the Nike tag off and basically putting it on the outside and then stitching it.
It's a form of art, but I feel like it's hit predominantly the poorer community, right?
You're talking about the poor.
It's usually I want to say it, but yeah, it's usually
poverty stricken.
The low income community is the people buying these shoes, right? The people that really can't afford it.
I don't think
so. From a financial point of view, this is where I disagree with the whole business concept, because you're technically selling a shoe that people really can't afford, and they're, instead of paying their light bill or getting ahead, contributing to their 401k, buying a stock, something that they could really build assets with, they're buying a pair of shoe.
But see, to me, they're not forcing it on no one.
It's not, but that's the mentality of the community.
Yeah, I don't think that's an issue with the company.
That's not the company. And people don't understand, like, for instance, American Eagle. American Eagle is one of the biggest companies who donates for the world. They build houses, everything.
Yeah, they got the fucking most comfortable jeans.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I just bought a pair. Go ahead.
So people don't know, but they don't put none of that out on social media, nothing. Because to them, it's private to them. You know, this you're talking about, they call it an empire because their company's so big. So, like, they're not forcing on people. The poverty people, they like wearing stuff because I come from nothing. So when you wore something, you felt like, all right, I'm moving up, I'm progressing, you know? And it hurts and sucks because there's people like that buy shoes from me who will take money from their rent just to buy sneakers, to wear it out for a night and say, oh, like, I got it. People like to pretend.
Yeah.
You know, but they can't control that. That's people in the community have to change that.
You know, I'm not trying to like dodge your business, like your business venture. I'm just trying to say that like there are people out there that they really should not be buying these shoes, these overpriced shoes. Now, from your perspective, I completely agree with you. Like I applaud you, the fact that you got a business, like you created a business out of it, coming from the hood. Like instead of just going out there and buying the shoe, you created a business out of it, and that is so much better than what the majority is doing.
Yo, you know what's funny, bro? You just described a crack dealer.
Nah.
Yo, you're pretty much just saying it. Like, yo, there's people. You got a product that certain people
should not
be buying, right? But yo, just like crack, right? You can't control when people come by. Yo, if I got crack and you want crack, I'm gonna give you the crack.
Yeah.
Let's bring it down to weed. Let's bring it down to weed.
What you do with it is on you. Nah, yo, I honestly feel like, yo, sneakers are. I went through a sneaker addiction. Like, yo, there was a point in my life when I was younger where like I literally bought shoes every fucking week. Yo,
What's the most sneakers you had?
Most sneakers I had. I honestly, I can't. I really can't. Like it was not in the hundreds. I'm not gonna say. I've never been that deep. I know people that are fucking like insane sneakerheads. You feel me?
At one point, I had 156.
156 sneakers.
And I gave away 100 pairs. Just gave it away.
Why'd you give it away?
To me, I come from nothing. It doesn't mean nothing. I'd rather give it to kids that don't have nothing.
All right.
What a lot of people know for me is
What
I
size
give
are you?
back. I give back to the community every year.
Right.
So I either do like giveaways during Christmas. I was blessed enough to be able to build a basketball court in a neighborhood I grew up in.
Bro.
Yeah, so
Like
we
you built
built
the
it.
basketball court.
Yeah, we
Really?
rebuilt it, put up
Right.
hoops at Danbury, Beaver Street.
Oh, for real?
So they finally put up the lights. When we did that, I got one of my friends, his
Yeah, nigga,
brother.
You really out here like Nino Brown.
I try to give back. So like this year we did like a family give back. So me and a couple store owners out here, we found families who needed help and we just donated toys, food, whatever we could give. And every year I try to do that. Because one thing I do, I never forget where I come from.
Right.
Bro, this-
That's what's up.
Yo, this is drug dealers do this shit. Yo. This is exactly what they do, yo. Y'all ever watch American Gangster with fucking
Denzel Washington. Yeah.
Yo, like he used to sell fucking heroin, but then he used to be giving out turkeys on Thanksgiving. I fuck with it. I'm just saying.
He doing it through the shoe game, though. That's
Yeah.
more respectable.
Yo, you ever buy some shoes when you should have bought some other shit?
What do you mean?
Like-
did you ever like, all right, like, damn, I should probably go and pay my fucking phone bill, but fuck, I'm gonna get.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
it
gonna get these
happened.
Jordans.
Of course, that happened a lot.
Oh,
Especially growing up, before I really got into reselling. You know, I always like, especially if it's a shoe that I grew up and I seen
Yeah.
growing up and I really wanted that shoe. So when I had a chance to buy it, I'm like, you know what? I could pay my bill later. And I'll go buy the shoe because I knew the shoe wasn't going to come back out for another 5 to 10 years.
See, I don't got anything against getting these shoes and wearing them, looking fresh all the time.
Mhm.
If you got it, you should get it. But if you don't, like, if you got to pay that bill, like, you really should pay that bill. And, like, it's just a shoe at the end of the day, right? It does bring you confidence in your appearance,
I
but
think it's more than that. Yo, I think the thing about being like a sneakerhead, right, or having love for sneakers, yo, only people that are sneakerheads or understand your love for it, yo, because yo, it's
like only a crackhead would understand it.
exactly only a crack would understand my love for crack. Nah, bro, I think people that are not into sneakers, yo, they'll never understand people that are into it. You feel me?
No, of course.
Like, I mean, yo, you're Cambodian, right? Like you
Yeah.
said before. Were your parents born in America? Or,
No.
Right? Yo,
My
I
family
bet.
came here. They were actually a part of the war in Cambodia.
Oh,
And my family was able to escape it and come to America.
damn, it's like American Dream type shit, yo.
Yeah.
But I feel like, all right, I bet when you were buying sneakers and shit like that, right? Your parents could not fucking
Oh,
comprehend.
they couldn't stand it. Yeah.
Like, same thing. Like, yo, my parents at first they're like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
Why are you wasting
how
your
many-
money on it?
Yo, my
Yeah.
mom's favorite line on my dad's like, how many feet you got?
yeah.
Yeah, matter of fact, how did you get into shoes? Like, what was your first impersonation of a shoe that was like, all right, I have to have this?
Growing up, I
your
seen my brother, people in the neighborhoods, and just wearing it. And I thought it was dope. You know, I was into sports, but when I really got into fashion, seeing the art of getting into like matching clothes and changing it up, looking different, I thought it was dope. So that's what really like I fell in love with that process.
Did you do it for you or did you do it to impress other people?
No, so at first I did it for myself, and then I went through. Everybody goes through the phase. You do it for let me get fresh.
Yeah.
For others, then you get to a point it's like it's hard to keep up. It's expensive.
Right.
So you can only change your outfit so many times.
Before you repeat that shit. Yo, here's a fucking a cardinal rule to me, bro. Yo, once you take a picture of that shit and put it on Instagram, that outfit's done. That shit dead.
Could never wear it again?
Nah, you can't wear that exact outfit afterwards. Yo, once you post on Instagram, done.
You
That's
gotta
done.
change something on
Yeah.
it.
I guess like for me, I'm not a big sneakerhead. Don't get me wrong, like I love sneakers, but like growing up, it was kind of like the thing where my mom couldn't afford it. So now that I have the money to get it, I grab the shits. But honestly, I had conversations with I think Manny before where I was like, I It's not for me. Like, you know, spending money excessively on it. Don't get me wrong. Like the sneakers that I wanted growing up, I make sure that I get those. But to like keep spending money on sneakers all the time, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, but as long as you're spending money on sneakers that you like, I think
Right.
that's the big difference. You know what I mean? Yo, there's not gonna be sneakers that you like that comes out every week, right?
Right.
No,
I mean, I
course.
think for you it's different. You're in the business.
Yeah,
of it.
yeah.
Like, I'm a consumer, right? So I buy stuff that I'm gonna wear, not that I'm gonna.
I'm a
resell.
collector too.
No, I mean, I bet.
There's a lot of stuff that I have. I'm big on Air Max. I'm not even a big Jordan fan. I always
Yo, I
grew up.
just ordered some Air Max ones off StockX.
Air Max one's my favorite shoes of all time.
The fucking lemon ones, the yellow lemon
Yep.
shits. When they come in,
So I grew up Air Max. I had a whole phase of Air Max was the shit. You know, it wasn't even Jordans. Air Max, you had Air Max, it was dope. And the comfort of the shoes, you know, I grew up wearing the same shoes for 3-4 years straight. So comfort of the shoe was big for me, you know.
Good.
And I would buy one Air Max. And you know, back then you had Reeboks, New Balance. New Balance had 2 for $80 at Foot Locker at one point. But having Air Max was like way better than having Jordans for me.
Yeah.
Then, you know, I started getting into Jordans, I would say high school. When I was able to, you know, like I could afford it a little. I can't say, you know, I used to work hard. You know, in high school I was doing club nights, passing out flyers to make $50. But
In
to
high
me,
school?
yeah, high school, freshman year. And when I got
Doing
into
for
the
clubs
club,
at freshman year.
Yeah.
Damn, that's lit.
I started college nights in Danbury with a couple of friends, and I used to go to school right after. Sleep 3-4 hours and go straight to school.
Damn,
that's
you're-
lit as fuck.
But to me,
Yeah,
it
that's
was
what's
the way I grew up having nothing, like that pushed me. I
Yeah.
seen my mom struggle and stuff, that really pushed me to like, you know what? I can't keep living like this.
See, I feel like a lot of people don't they don't let their kids feel that need to like to have that drive.
I
Like
feel
you need to develop that drive. A lot of parents will just give their kids anything and just everything, right?
I feel like it's opportunities too. The thing was like, it's hard to get into, like, for instance, I just met the owner of a boxing. He
Okay.
owns a gym out here. He does it for free for the community for kids. I think that's super dope. A lot of people don't know about it's free, and it will help kids from being on their phone 24/7. They're doing something active. They might not like it at first, but to them, kids just want to be out. And
Yeah.
when you don't see opportunities like that, and like nowadays schools are so tight, they can't even get teachers to work. So
True.
how would parents just, rather than, oh, let me take my kids to after school, program or something, I'm just going to give them my iPad.
Right.
Because then
just
they
keep
don't
them
got to
busy.
do it. And then they, could do their own life.
Yeah,
So it's like
that's true.
how
That's
you
true.
raise your kid and teach your kid. It's big.
Yeah, I want my kids to struggle. I want them to feel a little bit of struggle so they could really like appreciate the rewards.
It means how hard you put it. Like, I used to work at a gas station. The gas station managers were the kids of the owners.
Oh,
And the owner used to tell me, like, no, my kids are going to work their way up to own this business one day.
Right, exactly.
So
yeah, but they didn't really struggle. Like they're already set up.
Yeah, but to them, they had to go to school or they weren't getting no support.
Yeah, I'm just
And-
saying, but that's like basic shit. Like that's
But-
like, yo, he didn't make them fucking like struggle.
No, of
I
course.
mean, yo, there's when I say struggle, like they have to feel some sort of level of resistance. Like I'm not just gonna give them everything in life. You know what I mean?
Nah,
like,
bro,
so
I get it. Yo, put him in a shelter now. yo, really get him in there,
I'm
man.
gonna put them in a concentration camp. Nah, I'm
There you
kidding.
go. There you go.
Nah, but I do feel like your struggle created your drive. And
Yeah.
that's what got you to become an entrepreneur, create your own and get away from that 9 to 5. If your parents were just out there just buying you sneakers, right? You would have never known
Yeah.
what it took to get the sneakers, right? To get the sneakers.
But I grew up like,
You would've
I
just
see
been getting
my
sneakers.
parents work 9 to 5. It didn't get us nowhere.
Right.
I see my brothers work 9 to 5.
Get
Didn't
them-
really get us nowhere, Yeah, down the line, 30, 40 years from now, but how can you really enjoy life? You 50, 60 years old, yeah, you get to enjoy life, your 401k retirement, but you're not gonna have the same energy when you're 20,
Well,
30 years old.
I just said this shit, bro. Like, I remember last time we had met up, I'm like, yo, I don't even look at my 401k as a fucking like plan. Yo, because that's a good point, bro. A lot of people will be like, yo, just contributing to this 401k, man. Like, I can't wait till this 401k really kicks in, yo. But yes, fucking 65. I can live.
Now, but the thing about the 401k or any kind of investment account is you build it up early. So at some point you could stop. Like, let's say you start at like 30, right?
Mhm.
You contribute it to like 40, then you stop, right? And then by the time you stop looking at it, by the time you're 60, you got a large amount of money.
You'll never stop
right?
looking at it.
But you only put in money for 10. Now, if you start at like 50, right? And you start contributing, you're not gonna have that much money left. You're not gonna have that much money. So it's all about planning with a 401k or any kind of investment.
That's any investment.
Yeah, any kind of investment. Like right now, you're kind of setting the groundwork for like your business, right? You said that you're about to buy a building or something. You're about to
No, we're about to open up.
you're about to open up a store, right?
Yeah,
But you had to put in that work in the beginning, right?
of course.
It's the same thing as any investment.
Yo,
You
what
put
do
in
you,
the work and then it grows.
sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yo, what city do you plan on doing your store at?
In Danbury.
In Danbury. All right, so I know in Danbury Mall right now, there's a resale store.
Yep.
I think right across from like Champs, right?
Yep.
Yo, what are you gonna do to outsell them?
I don't look at them as competition.
Damn.
I don't look at nobody.
I hope they see this shit.
I don't look at nobody as competition. There's enough room in the market for everybody to eat.
'Cause I feel like
What
they-
I tell people is I really love sneakers
Okay.
and fashion. A lot of people do it for the money. I do it for the actual culture.
Okay, I respect that shit.
Because like down the line, 5-10 years from now, I want to be able to teach kids. If I could start a school, teach kids how to make money through fashion. Because from making your own brand, clothing brand and all of that, there's money in everything. It's making that decision and taking that risk.
Yeah.
So now you say speaking in the future, like what's the longevity for like the resale company? Like how long do you think that?
Oh,
this
they
is gonna be
said
going on
every
for?
year it goes up. So they said that by 2000, I think like 5-10 more years,
Okay.
that's gonna be over $20 billion resale
Really?
the market.
So it's just gonna keep getting worse for like people that's want to actually like, buy things at retail then.
Yeah. So like the problem is most of these stores, retail stores, they own resale companies.
Yo, resell is gonna become retail.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's what
That was
people
a
already
bar.
saying.
bar.
That's what it's gonna become.
There's people who say that. One of the biggest resellers, he says he never buys anything for retail anymore. Everything he
Do you
buys
think
for
there's gonna-
himself is retail price.
Yo,
You
but
think there's gonna be
Resale price.
like resellers reselling?
Yeah, it's possible.
So I guess the resellers are gonna just be the middleman to like the actual product that you want.
Right.
Like,
You'll be the middleman.
They'll be
yeah.
the
but I
Foot
feel
Locker.
like, I don't know, man. I feel like if it goes that far, bro, I feel like I'm gonna just say fuck it. Like, yo, all right. What's the most? All right, I'll start with you. What's the most you'll spend on a sneaker?
150.
Okay, you're not getting shit.
150. That's
Okay,
it.
what's the-
Most of my shoes are like $80.
I'm done with you.
Converses.
It's all right. What's the most you'll spend on a
The
sneaker?
most I ever spent was $500.
What'd you spend? What's the most you'll spend?
The most I'll spend, something I really like, probably $1,000.
What's something that you could like? What's a shoe that you'd be like, damn, this is worth $1,000? Like right now, if I saw it, if I had it right now, I'm selling you for $1,000. Straight stack. What shoe would it be?
Probably the off-white ones, the UNCs, the light blue
Ooh, those is
colorway.
fi- with a little bit of orange on them, right?
Yeah,
Those is fire.
I just like the colorway and
Now,
how
those
how the shoe, when you put the shoe on, how it sits with jeans. Cause I like wearing slim skinny jeans. So the way it sits with it, like I like how
once
that
again,
looks.
shout out to American Eagle jeans, bro. All right, what's the most you'll spend on a sneaker?
Maybe like 4.
4?
Yeah.
See, that's the problem, man. Y'all spending way too much on something that's gonna be touching the ground all the time.
Okay.
Y'all
And you spending way too much money that you got. Wait till you're 65 to touch.
What?
The whole 401k.
yeah,
Yo, but you don't got, bro. You don't got love for it. So
I don't.
Yo, TUS 4.
What do
I
you
never
have
got
love
into.
for?
What?
Money.
Yeah, building wealth, financial freedom. Number one.
How you-
The same concept that the same reason that you got away from your 9 to 5.
what
I want to get away
what
from
do
that
you-
9 to 5.
what are you doing now to make that change?
I guess I'm building I buy a lot of stocks, put into my 401k, right? Get that comfort, save, and then try to see if I could become a partner at the company I work at.
No. Okay.
I do engineering.
Okay.
So like there's a firm and there's a possibility that I could buy in. So I save my money and I could put into that.
I tell everybody that when you get into any type of entrepreneur, number one thing is always have money to back it.
Exactly.
I came into the game with only $700 when I first started.
Yeah.
I still have pictures to this day. I only had 3 pairs of shoes, 2 pairs of shoes when I started. And now it's crazy.
Okay.
So 5 years later, and it's still progressing every day. You know, I work, I try to build my craft, try to understand different markets, because reselling is not just one way. Like, people resell different ways.
Right.
You could resell by selling, you know, buying multiple stuff, selling at smaller quantities, but the market could be $8. But if you're selling 5,000 of them, you know, you add that up.
Yo, what's an average day like you for? Like what's your average day like?
I wake up. I usually
What time?
8 o'clock, 9 o'clock every day.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say like 6, but okay.
No, 8, 9 o'clock, depending on if there's a release or not. You know, and with that, I always do 5 to 10 posts, because before 10 o'clock,
What you mean,
algorithm,
like posts?
I post on social media.
Like
Social media.
like
Instagram,
like these are the shoes
Facebook.
I'm selling today?
Yeah, so I'll post like stuff that I have.
Okay.
So like, you know, if I just got some sneakers in, I'll post it up next day, what size, the price. And I try to do 5 to 10 posts every morning, just because Instagram and Facebook is controlled by algorithm now.
Uh-huh.
And the more you post in the morning, the more people's on it, more people see it.
Okay.
So I don't know if you know, only really like they say like 10% or less sees your actual post
Yeah, fucking
that
hell.
follows you.
The
It's crazy.
The algorithms is fucked up right now.
It's
True,
crazy.
true.
So I try to post then, and then I usually look for sneakers. So if I like
Online?
online, Facebook Market, whatever,
Okay.
or I'll hit up a couple resellers I know, hey, what do you have? And then I'll go on my day with who I got to meet for the day. And then if there's a release or a restock in the store, you know, I'll get a phone call, or I'll just go to the mall.
From your networking, like people
Yeah,
you know.
or I'll go to the mall. Sometimes I'll just go to the mall just to see what they have, because you never know. You'll run into shoes. I'm like, wow, they have this
Did you
here.
ever check out Marshalls?
Sometimes.
I feel like I've gotten Marshalls a couple of times. I mean, I'm obviously not.
I have a friend of a family who picked up a pair of Jordan 1 Chicago's
bro.
from Marshalls, sold it for $700. He paid like $80.
I put a fucking pair of I bought a pair of Timbs. Like wheat Timbs, like the real joints.
Yeah.
You feel me? At fucking Marshalls last year for $80.
Yeah.
Like I go to Marshalls all the time, yo. My shit.
No, but companies like Marshall and stuff, what they do is they get, so just say the shoe could have the smallest defect. It could be a stitching off.
Yeah.
If it doesn't pass, so companies like Marshall and stuff get access to buy it, and they can sell it at a lower margin. So like that's why sometimes you'll see Versace in there. Sometimes you'll see, you know,
Whatever.
high brand. Now TJ Maxx carry Gucci,
Okay.
so you could get
My next
Gucci
run.
stuff. It's crazy.
So you're out there scouting.
Yeah, all
pretty
the
much
time.
all.
Yeah, so you're using you're like a lot of foot on the pavement type shit, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but I enjoy it. To me, it's not work.
Are you incorporated? Do you have an LLC?
Yeah, I have an LLC.
So everything that you do is pretty much a write off on your taxes. Most of the
About
things you do.
most of the things, you know.
Man, I would be out there writing off every vacation, bro. Like that's a photo that you're taking of a shoe or something. Like, yo, you went to Marshalls in California for the week.
But to me, it's like I always look like this. When I'm working, I'm working. When I'm on vacation, I don't want nothing to do with the company
Okay.
Nah, but yo, you
because
could
I got to separate my business from family.
You gotta enjoy it. You gotta enjoy your life.
And I learned that
Got
from
you.
a lot of like mentors.
got
You
you,
know,
got you.
that's a
Yeah.
big thing too, is having mentors, people to teach you the right things to do, what to spend in. Because a lot of new resellers, they'll just buy anything. Oh, this shoe's coming out, let me buy it. But not every shoe's gonna have a market right away. You might have to wait 3 months.
Yo, what do you think
You know
is
what
in
I
the,
thought that.
what do you think
not
is in the market right now? Like what's like hot right now?
The hot shoes right now is still Cool Grey 11s.
Okay.
Because it's still, you know, recent Christmas time. The patent breads that people went crazy for. They only made 160,000, 180,000
How do you
pairs.
get these numbers?
That's so sneaker like news people will post it.
Okay.
Or you join Discord, you know other reseller who have access to.
Oh,
they're
you're like in
dropping this
Discord. You're
one.
really
Oh,
tapped
yeah.
in.
So
You got all day to do it, man. This is your
it's all I do for a living. So
this is
you
bread
know,
and butter.
if I don't make money, you know, I
You'll
gotta
eat.
feed my family. Yeah.
You know one sneaker that I did thought was gonna pop off and it didn't, and I held off was like the Win like 96s. I thought they were gonna like blow up after.
They started going up eventually. The problem is I noticed all one color shoes, they don't always do as big as a two-tone
Okay.
color
Really?
shoes.
So multicolored
Yeah.
shoes are like better sellers.
Yeah, it's usually like, white and black, white and blue.
Yo,
What
what's
about
it?
like the Red Octobers? Those took off.
But Red October were super limited.
Okay.
So like it depends on how they control the market. Red October,
Talking about
a
the
lot
ones
of
with
people know it's
Kanye?
the Yeezys. Yeah.
Yeah. I need but
From
that-
Nike.
That's you can't really. I feel like you can't really count stuff that Kanye touched. Nah, I feel like yo. Honestly, it's to the point where it's kind of like, I there's like the Yeezy Boosts. I fucking love them, right? But then
Yeah.
like there's some Yeezys that like I'm like, yo, these are like this thing is trolling. Like yo, there's like he doesn't
But
love them.
you'd be
But I feel-
surprised.
no,
All
I
his
feel-
shoes are so comfortable.
No, they are, but what I'm saying is like there's like certain his shoes. I feel like they're almost like a social
His
experiment.
boots he just came out, I thought was crazy. I'm like,
Oh, the fucking cowboy rain
Yeah,
boots.
I'm
Yo,
like-
bro, when they drop, they're gonna sell out so quick.
Oh,
People
in
are
a
gonna look
heartbeat.
so stupid.
people don't care though.
Yo, but see,
a lot
this
of
is
people
kinda how
think-
Yo,
I
but that's
feel
why I
like
say
the
you
new
can't count what
700s.
Kanye touches because whatever he touches, it's like it could be whack as shit, but it's selling.
No,
And
you're
it's
right.
getting resold.
Yeah, I didn't really care for like the new 700s with like the big 700 on them. But
Some of them.
I'm not
are
gonna
okay.
lie. Now that I'm looking at them more on like on foot, they're like all right.
Yo, but that's like
But they're uncomfortable.
Yo, social brainwashing though.
Probably.
Yo,
yeah.
anything that gets like flaunted to you enough times, yo, you will grow fond.
Music is like
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
too.
no,
yeah.
music's like that too. Yo, you ever like hear a song on the radio for the first time? Like, oh, this shit's fucking whack.
It's purposely
Yo,
played like that.
30 times, like 30 plays later, like, okay.
Fucks with it.
Okay, go Cardi. Yo, what do you think is a shoe that was overhyped?
Overhyped.
I'll tell you
That's
mine, yo. One shoe to me that I've never really could get into, and it's like the bathing apes. I never liked them like that. Like I
See,
never.
I was a big fan of 8 and 8.
No, so I like the brand. The hoodies, fire. The shorts, fire. But the fucking shoes to me are like they're like they got some like fucking Uptowns, some Air Force Ones,
With
and
a
just
Nike
like and just
with
put a star on it.
Yeah.
I feel like those were always kind of overhyped and overpriced to me.
But a lot of people, they have different cushion than the Air Force One. There's actually more
I've never
cushion.
put them on.
And then you got to look at it like this. When you have something like that, you can only purchase those in a Bait and Ape store or somebody that has a Bait and Ape account. So
Yeah.
when you have something, they're like, oh, where you get that from? I don't see those often.
See, but to me that's
See,
like
but
you're
you
buying,
know that. I don't know that.
But but that's the difference. Yo, he's buying it for himself.
Yeah.
Other people that don't know that, they're buying it for the clout.
Yeah.
Like,
'cause,
I don't know if you guys ever been to like Barney's New York,
No.
where they closed now, but a
The
store like,
ones on in Times Square?
yeah, they all
Yeah, I've
closed.
been there.
The whole company shut down. But you see some of their shoes, you're like, it looked like someone just threw mud on the shoe. But they go for $700.
Yo, but like, look at-
Chuck Taylor's with mud on it. Or
Oh yeah.
just paint. And they charge more because it's the designer who did it. It's a, and then
Like
it
collage.
comes as it's an art.
It's all subjective, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, cause I look at a lot of these fucking like designer sneakers, like they're chunky as shit.
The Balenciagas, bro.
Yeah,
They're ugly.
It's
Like
crazy.
yo, and I could be wrong, but I know people are buying some of these designer sneakers for the clout and just because it says like, yo, once I have this on, like that I have money, I spend a lot of money on it, because they're not attractive shoes.
No, I don't
Like-
think any of those.
I thought the Balenciaga like the sock looking one, I thought that was a straight looking shoe. I thought
Those are
it's a
alright.
sporty look.
But see, even them, they copied a dude named Delvin, who he has a brand called Saya. He's actually big.
Side Collective.
Yeah, so Saya Collect, I know him from Mach.
Okay.
Mach and him was friends doing customizing shoes. When he first dropped his shoes, I actually bought his first shoes. And,
I first learned about him on Hot 93 points.
and he got big
not the-
because he did collaboration with Stephen Curry. And yeah,
because he was on
but Saya's known for
the New York radio station.
he's-
With the Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club.
He
But
did that interview and blew up.
he's known for his school. That's how he started a school for kids to teach them how to stitch shoes and clothing. And then when he started really like doing his own shoe, and then people just caught on to it. Oh, this is it's his own business, and
they sell.
it's dope.
They sell out.
Yeah, it's dope. It's a dope style. And then now he has a bunch of style. I can't even keep up no more. But I buy, whenever I get a chance, I'll support it and all of that. And a lot of his stuff he
You met
gives
him?
back. I met him once.
Okay.
I went to Complex Con, which is a big convention they do in California. And you have clothing, you have artists, you have sneaker people who will get together, to show off their stuff.
And you said you met him through Mosh.
I know him from Mosh.
Who's Mosh?
Mosh is a big designer who does custom shoes for all types of celebrities, from LeBron James to Wale.
Yo, does he do
rappers.
like the painting? Like he'll put like certain
Yes.
like he doesn't create the sneakers, right? He just like
Yeah, so he
customizes
does-
to like how,
So what they do is some shoes he'll unstitch and then they'll re-put it back on a certain way
okay.
to make it like, different shoes custom. But he perfects his craft so much that like he does collaboration with Nike, New Balance, any company you could think of, from Saucony's, all of that.
And he's
He
working like with these name brand companies.
Yeah.
And they're
So he's-
wow.
So
and he's
it's
like
pretty dope.
located in, you said Danbury, Connecticut,
Danbury,
right?
Connecticut. Yeah.
Fucking wild that like someone that
That big.
is so
yeah.
close to us, that big,
Yeah.
is working with like fucking all these, like the biggest,
There are some big collectors, sneaker collectors out of Connecticut. from
it's
Danbury.
just like, you don't really hear about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really don't.
Some of these kids' collections, like I know, it's crazy. I'm talking about over 1,000 pair of shoes, 2,000 pair of shoes.
Where do you think they're getting
Awesome.
money from?
Some of them, either their parents or they just
They
over
got a
time.
They got a 9
some
to
people
5.
collect from the 90s to now, so it
Yo,
adds up.
bro, I have a pair of shoes from 2008.
Really?
Yeah. The thing about my sneaker collection is I've probably got about 40 now, 40, 50. But the thing about my sneaker collection is, right, I didn't buy 40 like last year.
Mhm.
I've had sneakers for like 10 plus years, you feel me? I've always taken care of my sneakers, you feel me? Cuz I told you, like, I got love for these shits, you feel me? So like I'll wear them and then I fucking shelf them for like 3 months, you feel me? That's the thing about like keeping your sneakers clean and fresh, yo. You got to have a rotation, yo. You can't fucking rock out one shoe every day of the week. Yo, cuz they're going to get worn out.
I mean, that's what I realized. I guess
That's
my issue was is that
That's
like
exactly what I do.
I spend so much money
I know.
on like these sneakers, especially now that I got to get them resale. Like I spent so much money on them, but to me, shoes are shoes. Like I still use them for their purpose. And what I had to start doing as of recently is just like, finding one shoe that's gonna be like my beaters, my everyday shoes, and just wear those down to the ground, and then have the other sneakers like on occasion. But for me, like I said, like people are like, yo, you can't have them creased. You got to make sure like you're not walking in the rain in certain
Yeah,
certain
to me, I
and
think
it's
that's. I see kids when they buy shoes, they do that. To me, I think that's a little overboard. For me, I do have rotation of 4 or 5 sneakers I wear every day.
Okay.
I choose out of those 5, but then I do have shoes that I'll take out for special
You
occasions.
got them on ice.
So
I mean,
there's a lot of shoes I still haven't even worn yet, but it's for a special occasion.
because we've seen with even like the Jordan 3s, where like the guy was saying like if you don't wear your sneakers, like they'll just start to crumble after a while. Like,
Yeah, so I tell everybody who buys your shoes that's trying to collect, always at least put your shoes on. Because if you don't break the glue into the shoe and you just have it sit there, over time the glue would deteriorate. And then your shoe will fall apart. So any
Really?
shoes from like 2010 now, if you buy brand new, you have a chance of it falling apart after a couple wears.
Damn.
And people don't know that. That's why I tell people, break your shoe in, like wear. You don't have to wear it around the house, but put it on, walk a little, and then put it back away.
Okay.
And even if you have a temperature control, which a lot of people do, that just only helps with yellowing on your shoes for like certain materials.
Yo, so you think, what do you think about people that just buy shoes to shelf them? Like, do you think it's not really a bright idea then, right?
And to me, they're collecting. They're a collector. That's like collecting art to them.
Okay.
They have it. And there's people who I know who collect, who they tell me, oh, down the line, when I'm able to sell this, I'll just buy a house.
Oh.
So to them, it's an investment.
Okay.
So people see it in different ways.
I guess it's like
Their stock.
it's similar to like you said, like some people they buy them just to collect them, but then I don't know. I guess it's like a practical part in it, like the reason why the shoe was made, because like I said with the 3s, like they just started like crumbling, like the sole completely like broke apart, and the guy was able to use his thumb to like break the sole down.
Yeah, over
like,
time.
and
like Nike and stuff, they always want you to wear your shoes right away. People don't know is like, just say for instance, you're Vapor Max. You buy Vapor Max. If it popped within 2 years, you could bring it to any Foot Locker and get your money back.
Are you fucking kidding me?
mine's popped, and I called the Nike store, and they refused to replace it.
They can't refuse it. It's in their policy.
Bro, I called them. We went to a party one time. I stepped on a nail.
yo, 'cause
My
that shit
Vapor
happened to
Max
me too.
popped.
No, it has to be popped on its own. So if you stepped on the nail, they're gonna say you caused it.
Okay.
because I can only imagine the amount of people that try to do something crazy to it, stab it or something. But if it just pops on its own through wear or something, they'll give you a new pair of shoes or they'll refund you and give you store credit.
They could probably tell. Like they
Yeah,
could
of
tell
course
like
they can,
the difference between a pop
A lot
shoe
of these
and-
people, that's what they do for a living.
Yeah.
Uh,
But that kind of seems
He's
like
like, I want to
counter.
return some of my shoes.
It seems
that I
counter.
destroyed.
Yeah, I think about that
Yo, it kind of seems
Let's slice all these
counterintuitive.
shits
Like
up.
you buy a pair of shoes and you just pop it just to get another pair of shoe.
A fresher pair.
You're not
like-
really, yeah. It's like kind of crazy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's great. Let me ask you this. How many pairs of sneakers do you think someone has to be considered a sneakerhead? Or do you think there needs to be
Ooh,
a number?
That's a good question.
I don't think there has to be a number.
Really?
I
You think
think
somebody could just have like 3 pairs of sneakers and be like, "Oh, I'm a sneakerhead"?
you could call yourself a sneakerhead.
I'm a sneakerhead. That
To me, if you love sneaker, you consider yourself a sneaker because you have the love for the joy of wearing, a sneaker.
Damn.
And it don't have to be a limited Jordan. I know people who wear, regular Theodores and stuff where you can still buy in stores.
Okay.
How about you, man? What do you think is a sneakerhead?
See, a sneakerhead to me, is like someone that's got like 100 plus sneakers. Like
Oh.
they're really like in the fucking know. Like they're in the scene. You feel me? Like obviously you're a sneakerhead.
Mhm.
I feel like I love sneakers, but I don't consider myself to be a sneakerhead.
Yo, to me, a sneakerhead is somebody who's like willing to almost get a
Suck
divorce.
Suck,
Yo, they're
suck
like-
dick for sneakers.
Their wife is like, yo, if you buy one more pair of shoes, we're getting a divorce. And he's like, but these new Yeezys
Yo,
just
that's like
came
that-
out. I
yo,
gotta
that's
get
like that
those.
movie,
Yeah,
Sneakerhead on fucking Netflix.
yeah.
You watch
that
watched
show,
that,
yeah.
yeah.
That's pretty good, yo. Yo, honestly, I was really impressed with fucking King Batch, yo. He was acting his ass off on that
He was
shit.
Yeah.
he's been a great actor, bro.
I fucking
He sold me on that show, bro. I actually hope they come out with a season 2. I just watched it recently.
Really?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
he was a real sneakerhead to me. Like, yo, he had his whole life. He had kids.
Said,
Yo, he was
"Fuck it."
unemployed.
Said, fuck him.
This nigga was
I need to submit 3s.
he was still buying sneakers. That's a sneakerhead to me.
Yo, you know what's crazy too? I think about it. Like, I remember when I was like in high school and I used to really like fuck with like sneakers heavy, which I still do now. There was actually a point in my life where I'm like, damn, yo, I'm getting too old to be rocking these shit, yo. Now, yo,
Got
You
to
know-
transition pretty soon.
I started buying like kind of like
Boots.
Sperry's and shit. Like, nah, I mean, I keep it. I got my casual look. I got my sneaker look. But I remember, yo, do you think there's actually an age anymore where like you're too old
cutoff
to buy?
point.
I don't
sneakers?
think
I don't
so.
think so.
Yo, because
No.
like if you recall, like I feel like back then, like your parents, right? I feel like there was a certain age. Like I feel like once you cross 30, like all right, you gotta just like get the dad shoes out. That's it.
The New Balances.
Bro,
Nah, not the, you know those
the
Nike-
Monarchs.
Yeah,
The Nike Monarchs.
yo, you know what they came out with the fucking they call it the M2Ks. They kind of look like them, but they're fly as fuck.
Yeah.
I think sneakers is the one thing on your outfit that does not have an age limit.
Really?
Because if you got swag, you're gonna have swag for the rest of your life. You
think
feel me? And
yo,
your shoe, it starts with your shoes.
you
too.
think you could be like 65 and still rocking like some Air Max?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
If you're a sneakerhead,
Or
yeah.
it's like tattoos.
I mean, I buy my mom Yeezys and stuff. So
Bro,
yeah, to me, it's the comfort of shoes.
Oh,
You
should be
understand?
wearing
Older people, older people, they struggle with, certain shoes. That's why they only wear like certain brands.
orthopedic shit, man.
Yeah. So when you buy shoes like Yeezy and stuff, you're talking about memory foams, which helps you help people that have back problems. So
Oh.
people don't understand that wearing. That's why I only wear Air Max and stuff, because when you're walking with Air Max, you could actually wear the shoe longer. I don't know if people understand, when you wear Jordans, your feet start hurting after a couple hours.
Bro, that's why I stopped. Yo,
My
that's
feet are
actually
killing
why.
me.
No,
You are killing me right now.
no, that's some crazy shit. Cause yo,
Yeah.
I used to rock Jordans when I was in high school, and then after high school, I've been like slowly transitioning just to Air Max, Vapor Max, because yo, Jordans kill my fucking feet, bro. I feel like they're not like well designed shoes.
Yo,
They
you
look
know-
far but like as
Bro.
far as comfortability wise, like they're the worst.
Did
Yo,
you-
even to play ball in, you can't play ball in.
Yo,
Jordans.
did you watch The Last Dance?
yes.
There was a scene where Jordan was talking about his own shoes, how he had his Jordans on, right? And his shoes, his feet was bleeding.
Yeah.
And he had to get like another pair of shoe or whatever. But
people
that's
don't-
how uncomfortable
people don't
his
know
own
is
shoes are.
Jordan got all his shoes customized for him.
Yeah, that's true. No, yeah, I know that.
So everything was
But,
made
I mean, he said
differently.
it. He said it in the show, like, yo, my feet
No,
were
yeah, of
bleeding,
course.
blah, blah, blah.
Because certain shoes it's gonna hurt, and they make you want to wear you have to wear the shoes to promote it.
Right.
So that's why they usually have like 4 or 5 pairs on standby. Most basketball players.
Yeah, in the locker room.
And then nowadays, they're wearing resellers selling to them like crazy. And you know, a lot of them is size. You probably say size 14 and up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had bought like a pair of Yeezys to actually like shelf them, like to wear them on like occasion, but they were so comfortable, bro. Those are like they're part of my rotation. Like, yeah, I wear those shits all the time, bro.
All right, so we're running out of time, but before we wrap this shit up, I got a little sneaker quiz for all y'all.
I'm about to fail.
I know.
I might fail.
Nah, all right. I'm gonna ask y'all this. All right. First question is, can you guess what the most popular sneaker of all time is?
Air Force.
I would say Air Force Ones.
Yeah, I don't know. New Balance.
New Balance.
Fucking loser. Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Yeah,
Air Force.
right.
Yeah, Air Force.
I try to be
Come
different.
on.
They say Air
Come on,
Force.
man.
I
That
try
was
to
an
be different.
easy
That
one.
was an easy one.
The
Yo,
white Air Forces, bro. Come on.
Black ones?
It's like the most.
The white
Yo,
one.
it's the.
The white Air Force.
It was an insider joke for us.
It's
Yo,
the
you
mo-
go anywhere and you see those
It's the
shoes.
most sold sneaker ever.
And you know what's
by
crazy
Nike.
is
Really?
they actually just boost up the price for retail for those.
I saw that shit.
They
yo.
went up $10 for
It went up
for
from
a
Air
90
Forces,
to 100.
Air
Yo.
Max, and another shoe.
Yeah, weren't they
But
like 80 when we were in high school?
they used to be 60.
Yeah.
Why did they make the black Air Forces?
Listen,
For people like you.
No, I bought a pair like, yo, this is perfect. I don't gotta wash them. I don't gotta do shit. Just put them on and just go.
how you
Niggas
feel?
on
A lot of
everybody-
people feel like that.
Bro, and these niggas keep giving me shit about it.
Bro,
like, yo, stop wearing them
'cause we
shits.
fuck with you enough to not let you look crazy, yo. All right.
I stopped wearing them.
Yo, my
I
next,
retired them.
All right, my next question. Who made the Air Force One popular? If you, come on, this is
I don't want to
Who made it
say
pop-
Jordan
To me, what are you talking about? Like the hip hop?
in the
Yeah.
hip.
I always say it was the hip hop.
no, I'm saying, but who in you're warm. Who in hip hop made the Air Force One?
Nelly?
You got it.
Oh, it was Nelly?
Come on, man. Hear the
He
fucking
made it,
song
yeah.
in my Air Force Ones. That's a throwback. All right.
Shit, I was about to
All
say
right,
the president.
Yes, nigga.
What top 3 countries buys the most Jordans?
Top 3 countries.
Yeah.
The U.S.
US is one.
one, China.
No, they.
No.
All right, so
No,
they
no,
make,
Japan,
they make,
Japan.
No, they make the most.
They
I
make the
say
most.
England.
No, it's fucking crazy. You'll never guess it.
North Korea.
No,
All right. I don't-
Jordans? Canada?
no.
South America.
Wait.
That's
Give
a
us a hint.
continent.
Give us a what continent?
All right. These
Got me
people.
lost.
these
What- which
peop-
co-
these
which continent?
people.
Which continent?
Well, it's like around Europe.
It's in Europe.
Yeah.
Germany.
What?
Italy.
France.
Germany.
No.
Czechoslovakia.
The fuck. All right. So one
Turkey.
one country fucks with curry heavy.
With curry.
Yeah.
India?
India.
India.
Yeah. That's the second one.
Really?
All right.
Wow.
The next one, they got a lot of oil.
Teaching me something.
Saudi Arabia.
That's it. Top 3 countries that buy Jordans.
Damn, I would have never guessed that.
All right. Last question before I wrap this up, right? What were the top 10 selling sneakers in 2021?
Top
21?
10.
Yeah.
Cool Grace.
What?
Cool
No,
Yeezys.
Nah, you gotta like.
I don't fucking know.
In line.
So, all right. The first one, I'll give you that first 2.
Okay.
First one's Air Force One.
Okay.
Second one is Air Max 270.
Oh, you talking about all shoes?
Yeah.
But I'm
The
talking
top,
about
yo,
women.
like the last 2, I didn't even know were brands.
Sheesh, you got
Balance.
New Balance.
Is
was
it
big
New
this
Balance?
year.
Puma?
Nope.
Damn.
It's not.
10? I can't even get
Is
one
it
out.
Adidas?
What?
Mm.
Adidas?
There is an Adidas shoes, but it's a specific one. So I gave y'all the first 2, right? Air Force One, Air Max 270. One.
You
one
told
of
us, you said NMD.
Yeah. You gave us the
I did.
Adidas.
Well, someone guessed Adidas, so I'll give you
Yeah,
those.
yeah,
so y'all
yeah.
got 3 out of the 10.
I guessed it right here.
Ultra
He
Boost?
said
Ultra
Adidas.
No,
Boost
I
up
said
there?
Adidas. He's
What?
not even on
Ultra
camera.
Boost?
No,
Nike Dunks?
no. Yo, y'all thinking of hot shoes.
I'm thinking of
Yo, hot shoes don't have that many. You got-
Asics.
I'm talking about like the most. These are the most available shoes.
New Balances.
No.
Skechers.
Asics.
No.
He said
Skechers
Skechers.
not up there?
Nah.
Oh shit.
You ready?
Hirachis?
No, hold up. Sneakers?
Yeah.
Adidas, like the regular Adidas.
I was about to say Crocs.
The show-
Those are
There's only
sneakers.
one. Nike killed the fucking charts last year, so it's only one Adidas that there, and y'all guessed it.
Nike.
Vapor Max, third.
Vapor Max.
Okay. The Roshi runs.
Blazers?
What? No.
I'm trying to think what else came out.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna give it to y'all.
All right.
Go
All
ahead.
right, so the top 10 sneakers of 2021 is coming at number 1, Air Force One, right?
Right.
Undefeated, right?
For the last 20 years.
Yeah, like this.
Why?
killing the
Because
fucking-
they're available and they're cheap.
yeah.
They're
Come
not
on, learn.
available.
Yo, and
everywhere.
they last, bro.
They're
Yo,
not
Yo,
available.
not last year. Last
Yeah,
year
last
they
year
became
we
a
were
little
here.
exclusive.
Bro.
And that's why I be saying, y'all be these resellers is fucking the game up.
I swear Air Forces are like the most, like, those shoes never break down. Like, yo, those shoes are so resilient.
They don't
I
break
had
down,
some
They-
that broke down.
but they look like
I
shit.
bought some Air
Yo, but they,
Randies before, some fake
they
ones.
last, bro. They
They
look
do
like
last.
shit for years.
All right. So Air Force One. At number 2, Air Max 270. Number 3, Vapor Max Plus. I mean, that's a.
Okay.
Number 4, Nike Air Max XC.
Never even heard of it.
It's a straight looking shoe.
Mhm.
Number 5, come on, Nike Air Max 90.
But they didn't drop that many, I feel like.
So I'm selling. Number 6, Jordan 1s. Jordan 1s is like, that's always
Yeah.
been a list, right? Number 7, Nike Revolution 5s. Number 8, the Adidas Nmds R1. Number 9 and 10, I never even fucking heard of this brand. So number 9 is Brooks Ghost 13s. Running shoes.
Mhm.
And then the number 10, Brooks Adrenaline GTS 1s.
No, the running shoes.
I
Yeah,
mean,
okay,
yo,
like,
running
is it-
shoes are important, man.
I guess so.
Yeah, people run.
I thought it was Skechers because most older people buy Skechers now because they make it towards that market.
I would assume New Balance was up there, but it's not.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
they
the-
started
Or
just making a comeback.
Or
Yeah, they got
Pumas.
New Balance has got New Balance, Puma, and Fila. The last couple of months, like I gotta give it up to them. But I tell you, I think it's the fucking Yeezy effect, man. I feel like Yeezy's really making like every fucking shoe brand like step it up.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right.
get better creative directors, new
Yeah.
designers.
Yeah. But bro, thank you for coming on the show.
No,
Thank
thanks
you
for
Yeah,
having me.
Of
No
course,
doubt.
man. Hope to have you back. Thank you for just putting us on game with the shoes. Hopefully, we get some type of discount or some shit. But let's
Discount
talk
code.
about that after that shit. But bro, thank you, man. Good luck on your ventures, man. Good luck on your businesses. I can't wait till you open up your store so I can actually go in there and buy some shoes or at least window
You
shop.
could check us out on our website,
Oh yeah, definitely.
thinkofkicks.com.
Yeah, plug it out, man. Like so.
Check us out at thinkofkicks.com. Our Instagram is at thinkofkicks. That's our Instagram and Facebook.
And you got what kind of shoes you got?
I have everything Jordans, from running shoes, basketball shoes, Yeezys.
Oh, the dope man right here, bro. Whatever you need.
And he's selling turkeys.
Whatever you need, my man's got you.
He
bro.
giving out the
Feel
turkey.
me? I can't guarantee the prices, but he's gonna need it. He's gonna have it. You feel me? So once again, thank you. And as always, actually, bro, and you are our first interview of 2022. So thank you for that, dude. This is a very special one for us.
Yeah.
It was a great
Glad
one.
to be a part of it.
Learned a lot.
Season 2.
Season 2. But as always, please like, share, comment, subscribe. And keep learning. Thank you.
Promoting cause I really live life you niggas quoting. You can suck my dick and I said what I said. I'ma bust my blick and I swear to my dad. Bust my blick and I swear to my dad.